I'm Andy Pilgrim at the NCM Motorsports Park with a 2022 Subaru BRZ. I'm really looking forward to having some fun on track with this one. Come on with me. The base price for this limited version is $31,455, and that does include the destination charge. Power comes from Subaru's well-known 2.4-litre flat-four engine. It sounds fantastic in this car. They've done a great job with sound inside and outside the car. Horsepower's up, 228 horsepower, and torque is well up, 184 pounds-feet of torque. I really felt the torque coming out of the corners. The transmission it's excellent. 6-speed, manual, and it also comes with an automatic option for those that like that. Rear-wheel drive, as you can tell from the drifting shots that you're going to see. It's such a fun car, this car with rear-wheel drive. And what helps that is the weight. Starts with a 2, love that. 2,835 pounds. Makes this car exceptionally nimble. So much fun to throw around on the racetrack. The tires, all 4 corners same, 215 40 by 18s. The shoes, Michelin Pilot Sports, superb tire, not the stickiest, but excellent in the wet and the dry. So we've got the ingredients. Let's see how it cooks at the limit on track. Coming into turn 1, you can see the car pitch. Yep, nice little bit of dive there. We have some compliant suspension on this Subaru. Works very, very well with the chassis and the tires. Everything working excellent together. Love this gearbox. It's fantastic. Quick snatch to 4th, down to 3rd, through here. Nice and smooth out of there. Just this engine sounds so good. And we're going to need to get into 5th gear here. Coming into turn 5, I'm in 5th. You might think, well, go down to 4th. No, the downshift will overslow the car, so I'm staying in 5th, sliding it through here. As you can see, just drifting the car through here, all 4 tires. Quick down 4, down 3, and through turn 6. Using the curb is no issue at all where it makes sense. If the curb is going to upset the car too much, then you don't want to use it. If you can get away with it, yeah, get away with it. Flat out up here through turn 9, you can get away with that with 228 horsepower. Into 4th. The pedals aren't ideally situated for me. I'd probably be bending the brake or the gas over a little bit to do better heel and toe downshifting. Carrying momentum out of there, definitely running wide. Still, yeah, we're not over track limits, we're good. Barely slowed down at all, coming through deception to carry the speed. We're in 4th, we're going to hit 5th here, carrying a lot of speed down here, almost as much as on the other longer straightaway. So we're in 5th. Again, as you come through here, no downshift. Wrestle the car, hold your momentum as best you can all the way through this turn 16, off camber, very fast corner, over 90 miles an hour. 4th, 3, and there we go. Into turn 18, long right-hander. Use a little bit of the curb. If we can get inside, it's just going to save time as long as the car's not sliding and it doesn't upset the suspension too much. Coming through here. Michelin screaming a little bit, but they're holding on. They're holding on. Now we want to get positioned, and snatch 4th and go flat out. As much momentum as we possibly can onto the straightaway. Love the way this car sounds. What a fun and quick lap. So I just finished the hot lap with this new BRZ. What a great car. We get a lap time in the 2 minutes 26 range. That puts it second and a half ahead of the Honda Civic SI with the summer tire option. Puts it ahead of the Volkswagen GTI Rabbit Edition. And into the 20s, they were in the 28s, and this is in the 26s, along with the Subaru WRX STI RA. But the lap time doesn't tell all the story. The tires, the PS4s, do a super job, but they have their limitations. What's allowing me to get a lap time is the fact that I can manipulate the car. I can just turn it in. I can turn it on the front in the slower corners, get the rear to follow around. You do a little bit of a slide into the corner, but it's very, very controllable. And then also in the faster corners, I can do the same thing. The front is so sensitive that in a fast corner, on a fast entry, you give it a little bit of steering and the car sets itself into a four-wheel drift. It's just superb. Specifics, brakes. Brakes are excellent. I do miss the Brembo, the red calipers. They are more of a standard looking brake caliper. These days, you know, we get spoiled with nice, you know, sort of upgraded calipers, but the brakes do a great job. Gearbox, it's Miata good. It's a Miata good gearbox. I mean, that's probably sacrilegious to say that to some people, but it's a fantastic gearbox. The handling, the brakes, the gearbox, and oh, the engine noise. As we can see down here, it's a nice little noise. So we've got some other numbers for you, quarter mile and 0 to 60. 0 to 60, 6 flat. That's one of those golden numbers that you want to see when you have a car in this kind of class. Quarter mile ended up being around 14.4 seconds. It's excellent. One of the things that did surprise me was when we were doing the sort of flying half mile, I was going up in 5th gear and I realized when I got into 5th, this thing is still pulling strong. And actually it was my fault on the first run. I bumped the rev limiter at the top of 5th gear before I went into 6th, so I did it again. Ended up 133 miles an hour down this straightaway, the longer straightaway here. It's like a kind of a flying half mile. Excellent job. I mean, it really pulls well. This car is such a big step up from the last iteration. Obviously the horsepower, the gearbox, the handling, they did a fantastic job. It is such a lot of fun to drive. Look for more videos from us from the NCM Motorsports Park coming your way.